Alright, so usually what I do for BR5 or Tier 5 for Germany, I try to have this loadout. So there's the machine gunner, the 49th Jager Regiment. They have the MG39, which I think might be like a prototype of the MG42. I'm not too familiar with the lore behind the MG39, but I also have the under 57th Engineer Battalion, which is, these work as assaulters. I do have them at BR3, but usually what I do, I swap out the semi-auto and give them an STG-44. So they basically become an assaulter engineer squad and just give them an ammo pack. So I won't constantly run out of ammo. What the hell? What happened to my hammer? And I try to give them these perks. 40% reduced recoil and quicker reload speed. And obviously the 10% run speed. And I try to do the med pack, but also the building speed, so I can build stuff faster. You could also you could have the other engineer bots build it for you, or you could all build something together like a gun or whatever. Then I have this APC, which is also an event squad. A lot of these are event squads because I just think it's, I don't know, it's cool. I grinded for them, so I'll want to use them more often than the regular squads. But the only major drawbacks for these three squads actually is that they don't come with a radio operator, which is why I use the 14th Signal Battalion. I kind of took off all their stuff because I was working on other squads, but basically these are the guys that call in the rockets, but they also call in regular artillery and air raids. Personally, I don't try to do the air raids that often because they take up too much time, and in that time frame you could call in like 3 or 2 or sometimes 4 artillery strikes. It just takes way too long. I gave him the trench club. And then for my tanks, when they were still doing premium gold order for vehicles and weapons, I did get the Tiger early on in my German when I was building up Germany. So I was like barely at tier 3 when I got this, and I was confused. I was like, why can't I use it? But then I realized I didn't have the squad for it. And I also got this one, the Panther G. But since I do have an old tank battalion squad from before the merge update happened, so I can equip this tank. Although it's not as good as the other like higher tier German tanks. I mean, it does the job, and I could I could take down most American and Soviet tanks. But it also depends where you hit them. If you switch to your gunner spot, your little vertical has a little little green or red symbol depending like how much damage you're gonna do on the vehicle. Also try to have these perks. Notice how it's a tier 1 tanker. That's because I don't really want to waste too much silver. I mean, I don't really have a lot of silver right now anyways. So these are my 2 tank squads. The reason I use 2 is because in case one of them blows up and I need to take out the tank that got me, I'll just swap it out. Or if one blows up but I was like holding down or taking out enemies from afar, I could just switch it. Now for my planes, I used to have a bomber. Actually, I used to have this squad. I'll show you real quick. I had this, and I was using the bombers, but I was using this one, the FW 190 D12 because of the bombs. But since they added jets, I need fighters. And this BF 109 G14 has quite a lot of firepower. So while the jets could outrun, like theoretically they could outrun a propeller plane like this, the maps aren't too big to where they could just fly forever. You'll just never be able to catch them. Eventually, they're gonna turn around to support their troops or turn around and try to get you. Now, I know the Americans and the Brits have the Meteor and the F-87, I think. Now, eventually, they're gonna turn around, and when they do turn around, that's when you align your shots, and then you take them down. As long as you chip their wing, they're gonna spin out of control. I do have a video where I took down a jet with the Dauntless, so that's pretty cool. And my prized possession, the ME-262. It's a big old bomb right there. Looks like it has space for another one, but I guess they just did the one. But honestly, one bomb is okay for now. I mean, you're really fast and you do have quite the firepower. But I mean, it's good. Another good alternative would be the BF 109K4. Or this is the one from the previous battle pass. This is the tech tree one. But all in all, the jet's really cool. But after a while, the sound of the engine kind of just gets a little tiring because just. And then I got this premium squad. I use this one preferably over the tech tree APC because I can have a machine gunner. I was using it in tier 3, so that's why I have the MG34. So I can use the machine gunner, anti-tank guy, and a radio operator. And I can have 2 assaulters and a driver, which is kind of on the 3rd assaulter. But basically, this is a lot of firepower, which is way better compared to the tech tree one. Although the tech tree one is good, but if you can, I would just get the premium one because the tech tree one is okay, but I personally don't like using riflemen because they lack the firepower. I mean, you could technically give them the FG42, but I don't really like this gun because of the magazine capacity and what you could hold, and just like I can't get it to like where I like it. I think it's because I don't really have them like upgraded all the way, but it's because like I don't really use these guns that often, so I would have to like research this whole thing. But I'm like, if I'm not gonna really use them that often, I won't really do that. Oh crap. So, yeah, those are my main loadouts for Germany. Are these main squads and that extra tank crew, which I'm gonna get this bad boy out of here and take out my other tank crew. Yeah, look at that, boom. Now, which is also cool about this old squad, see how it has the X. Oh, this one does too. These are from the old before the merge update. What's cool about these is that this squad 2 in particular, I could use the Panzer IV J, then I could get another squad with the Panzer IV, so I could have 2 Panzer IVs, which is basically the same as having like 2 tanks at your disposal. And then you got the 2 fighters. Although this one doesn't have any bombs. But if I were to use the G6 variant, I know this one has like 4 bombs, I think. Yeah. So it has 4 50-kilogram bombs, which is good. It could take out most tanks, but you have to really hit it spot on for that to really work. So there's that, and then for my USAA, see, I've just been really just messing around with all the different planes. I shouldn't really be using the Dauntless in tier 5, but yeah, whatever. But I do try to use more regular squads because I do have event squads for US, but they're not that good compared to the other ones. Like I have the Chinese infantry regiment, the French secret army. I just got this one from the boxes. The special Air Force brigade, which sucks because they're not even paratroopers. They're just like they're basically like the. Well, I guess that's a bad example, but like okay, so they're basically the same as the premium submachine gun. Oh crap! Submachine gun regiment, like for the Chinese that they have right now. So they have the Thompson 7.63, so it's a BR2 weapon. This is a premium squad, so it's an engineer, an anti-tank guy, and 3 assaulters. So that's basically the same thing as this, but they got the British version. So they got Stens. They got the same with the silencer too. I mean, it's a good gun. It has less recoil than the regular one for the tech tree. But, I mean, it has a pretty decent fire rate, okay hit power. It doesn't really have, like, a lot of recoil, like I said. But, I mean, it's pretty good. The knife kind of sucks, but can't really switch that out. Yeah, so you cannot unequip premium item. So this squad's okay. Like, if I was playing, like, in low, like, in BR1 or 2, I would definitely use these guys more often, just like these guys. But since I've been playing in BR5 just for the hell of it right now, like I haven't really been using these premium squads. Oh, like these guys, I was using these guys actually. So these are also the rocket signal battalion. I was using that tank. And what else was I using? Oh, actually this one. No, not this one. This one. The universal carrier. Now this one is pretty good. It's okay. It's just like it was. This also came with the half track one. It was they were part of the same event. So they only have four dudes in the transport. But this guy, I was playing him in low BR. And I could technically switch out this medic for I don't really have to do that. I could switch it out for another machine gunner, but since it's a BR2, yeah, that's a premium machine gun. I don't really like the Bren because of the low rate of fire. If I were using them like in BR3, I would obviously equip them with the BAR, the 1918 A2 variant, just because I have it upgraded over the other variants. So I would I prefer using the bar over the Vickers or the Brand because of the magazine and like the sights. It's just like when you're aiming down sights, it takes up half of your screen. Now, if you were to hip fire it at close range, it's okay. This one is a premium squad. I mean, it's a premium item, so the rate of fire is slightly faster, I think, than the Brand. Yeah, see, it's like almost 100 bullets. I don't know how it works, but it's obviously higher, and it's okay. But like I said, if I'm gonna be using that, I'll just kind of equip the bar, or if I was in BR5, I'll just use a Browning. But I mean, it's okay, but there's obviously better options. Now for the tank, I just use one at the moment. I use the T26 E11. This tank is cool, but the only thing I don't like about it is that when you're using the commander, you can't use your binoculars, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it's pretty good. It packs a punch. It's slow, but it packs a punch. Now I did unlock one of the tech tree jet, the Meteor. But since I just got this variant of the Corsair, I personally really like the Corsair. I'd rather just use the battle pass reward one. Although I do have the tech tree one. Now I think the skin it has, yeah, it's when the British adopted the Corsair into their lines or whatever. So I think this is just like the one with the British insignia, and this is obviously the American one with the Navy. But yeah, but also the same thing with the premium APC. Same thing, is got the radio guy, got the anti-tank guy. I do not like the mask with the bazooka. I don't know. I just feel like it's pointless. I hate it. I don't like the mask. It's just my personal preference. And then we got the Browning, 1919, and then we got the two assaulters and the driver, but they basically have like the same loadout. So large ammo pack, anti-personnel mine, and TNT explosive. And then yeah, then I have my anti-tank guys. I'd rather see. I don't like the mask, but as long as they're using this anti-tank weapon, the masks are gonna stay. So if I use like the M9 bazooka or the M1, the mask disappeared. I don't know why it does that, but whatever. Now, since they're using the M2 carbine, the M2 carbine is kind of, well, it's basically an assault rifle. I personally like it more because it has like a larger magazine capacity over the T20 rifle. Although the T20, I kind of just look at it as like a semi-auto M1 Garand with the magazine. It's a same. Well, I guess that is like a full auto. There we go, full auto M1 Garand. Which at that point, like sometimes when I'm using this in battle, I'll just switch it to semi-auto and just use it as an M1 Garand. Which is cool too. With the recent changes, they downgraded the Johnson rifle to BR3, which is cool because this is honestly just like another version of a weapon like the Garand, but a whole 10 rounds instead of the 8. But obviously the Garand is just more iconic. Then we got the one with the rocket launcher. These are cool, but I'd rather use these as a backup weapon. So if I were to get, let's see, so I would have like a rifleman. See, I would equip that and a regular primary weapon. That way they could switch, or I could switch between the two. Although I noticed the bots tend to use the second slot weapon more. So with like the radio man, I'll equip the gun I want the boss to use on the second slot, and then I'll use the one on the first one. You basically have like two. It's stupid. It's dumb because like you're basically, it's you and the AI like operating your squads, but the bot, I don't know why I didn't switch this. The bots tend to use the second slot over the first one. Oh, this Bill Soto is my main guy right here. That's why I gave him the double barrel, the short barrel. He got that Red Dead vibe. He's like, you owe me some money. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this video. I got the Ruskies. I'll be trying to work on the Ruskies too. But same thing with the APC. It's cool. This plane I just started using. It's really good. It's slow, but it has rockets and bombs, which is really cool. Man, I'm still working on these guys. Now the Japanese are a little bit different because I didn't get their premium APC. I got these medic guys when the sale was going on. So these guys are the same thing. It's just like it's a medic squad with an engineer, so I kind of just play them as assault, like as a mini assault squad. That's why they all have the same loadout. This gun is okay. It doesn't really have a lot of recoil, but I just wish the rate of fire was a little bit faster. Like the Type A2. Personally, the Type A2 is like the best submachine gun for the Japanese. Excuse me. They do have the Thompson with the 20 mag, but that's kind of just like an event thing. And I don't really use this because of the short magazine. Damn, the guy was hauling ass. Oh, I also got this squad for the box. This guy's a samurai. But also the type, the Oksu rifle. It got down tier to tier BR2, which honestly makes sense because this one and the Type P rifle, basically, well, this one just has like slightly better stats at like base with no upgrades. But I just prefer the sights on this one, and like I don't know, I feel like I hit my shots more with this than with that. But the Type 4 rifle got the down tier to tier 3, which is basically the Japanese version of the M1. I mean, it looks the same, but this one holds 10 rounds instead of the 8, and it has, when you reload it by the rifle clips or strips or whatever. Now this one is really good. It's like a base. It looks like an AK, performs like an AK, but you only get an extra magazine. But if you equip this with the large ammo pack, I think you get like 2 more magazines. Yeah, so it's basically an assault. Well, it's an assault rifle, but now you have 90 bullets instead of just the extra 30, which is good. I mean, this gun is good for BR5, but you just have low ammo, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it is what it is. This rifle's from the old battle pass. It's really good. It's okay. The only like upside is it's a BR3 rifle with 15 rounds, but now you could just use the Type 4, which Type 4 has a slightly better rate of fire and better hit power. So honestly, you're better off using the Type 4 rifle anyways. This one is also from the old Gold Order weapons. It's okay, but like this was before they did all this, so I took advantage and I grabbed some of the Type H rifle with the 10 rounds. But yeah, I just been using the Japanese in BR2. But since this APC doesn't have an anti-bazooka guy, I just use the machine gunner, which is okay because I wish they would add the Hopkiss 1922 to the tech tree, because it's a really good BR3 weapon. It's definitely better than the Type 11 and the Type 97. Although the Type 97 does have that scope, which is kind of helpful for long range. But if you're going to be close range, obviously just use a Type 11, but I would say upgrade it when you get the chance because of the slightly better stats. Now for the BR3 weapons, for the machine gunners, so they used to have the FN model, which is like the kind of an exact copy of the BAR for the Americans. I don't know the history behind it too well, but these are basically the same. This one just has a better rate of fire, but honestly the Key A7 is really good. It's a really solid choice for BR3. Now for BR4 they only have the TE4 MG, which is okay. I mean, it has a better magazine the size than the Type 100, but I think the Type 100 does way more damage and it looks kind of funky, but I mean, that's just personal choice. And yeah, yeah, that's basically my loadouts for Skywalker. That me for real, for real.